Hello, today I'm sharing some fantastic Amazon finds I've been loving and think you will too. And dare I say, a couple of these have been pretty life-changing for me. I have some really great beauty, fashion, and home finds I'm excited to share with you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's get into it. Let's start with beauty. I have some drugstore makeup here that's available on Amazon that's pretty fantastic, so we'll just start there. So these CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Bronzers and Blushes are absolutely fantastic, and as of today, as of me filming this, they are only available on Amazon. Now, I already gave my full thorough review on these in my testing new drugstore makeup video. I had already been testing a bunch of products out, so I just gave you my full reviews on those products, so I'm going to keep this pretty quick. I have this bronzer in Honey Bun. It is the bronzer that I have on today. There is a hint of a glow to it, but no shimmer or glitter. I have light medium skin tone. It's absolutely beautiful. There's no kick up, no patchiness. It gives you that lit from within bronzy glow. It's absolutely stunning. And the same could be said for the blush. This is what I have on my cheeks today in the shade Strawberry Drizzle. There is a sheen to it, a luminous glow, but you don't get a bunch of chunky glitter. And they both wear beautifully throughout the day. I don't think anyone would regret grabbing these. I just don't. Now, in that same video, I was kind of on the fence about this new Maybelline Lifter Serum Concealer. I tried it a couple of times before filming, testing it out, and it was just okay. It could look a little bit dry, but in that video, it applied and wore beautifully. It didn't look dry at all. So I've been testing it out some more, and I really have been enjoying it. I do prefer to blend it out with the warmth of my finger. Sometimes I press it out further with a sponge. That just gives me, with my dry under eyes, a better result than a brush. I love that it has peptides and caffeine in it. That's really great for those of us with dry, mature under eyes. It's creamy, it blends out easily and quickly. Now, they say this is full coverage. I don't get full coverage from this. Now, this is the concealer I have on today. I might look more tired than usual today. There is a reason for that. I'll talk about it here in a minute. But I do have a pretty decent amount of discoloration under my eyes, and I have under eye hollows. And I would say I get medium full coverage from this. It could be a shade issue though. I have it in shade 25. And it's just a bit too lightish, whitish on me. And I mean, I almost got it in shade 20 when I was trying to pick out my shades, so it's a good thing I didn't. But I think if I had it in a better shade match, it would probably conceal a bit more. But if you don't have as much discoloration as I do, it may give you full coverage. But I have been enjoying this, and it wears really nicely throughout the day. If you do think you're my shade match twin in foundation or concealer, I keep running lists of my matches over on my blog that is linked down below in my description box for you in almost all my videos, so you can use those as references. I also have everything I'm sharing and wearing linked there for you too. As of now, YouTube shopping does not allow Amazon linking, so if you're wanting to shop these products through Amazon anyway, check my description box for that. So the reason why I might look a little bit more tired is because I have a sty under this eye, and it just affects my whole eye area on both sides. I've had 2 styes in my entire life. So I want to give a quick shout out to this Brooder eye mask. I've talked about it one other time on my channel when I pulled it out for another sty. It is a warm, moist compress that you just heat up in the microwave and slap it on and wear it like a pirate. So if you're someone who likes to function when you're wearing your warm compress, this is what you need in your life. It comes in so handy. I'm not someone that gets styes often, but it is so necessary because, you need to be doing that several times a day, and I don't want to have to lay down or hold something to my eye. I want to use both of my arms. This wasn't something I originally intended to share in this video because it cropped out last night, but it could be a very necessary item that you might want to keep in your medicine cabinet, so I just kind of threw it in here. I'll keep this quick, but I cannot get over how much I am reaching for the NYX Epic Inky Sticks eyeliner on a daily basis. It allows me to line and smudge my eyeliner so quickly and effortlessly. It's what's on my eyes today, and it's budge proof even if my eyes water all day long. It's shaped like a tiny dash, kind of like micro dash brow pencils. So it's faster than using a tiny pointed tip. You can take it right against your lash line. You can do a little flick with it. It's just so perfect. In that trying new drugstore makeup video, I talked about how I was loving it and I already bought a backup of it. I have it in Ember Energy, which is a deep chocolate brown. It's perfect for every day. And you just push the button at the bottom so that it comes out a small amount at a time. This was just such a good launch. I just keep reaching for it. What's on my lips today is the new Photo Ready Instant Plump Lip Serum from Revlon in the shade Youth Boost. So you can see here how nicely pigmented it is. It's a really pretty, I would describe it as a nude peach. I put it on today over one of my Say lip liners, which isn't from Amazon. It's just a nice lip liner that I like to wear, but you can put it on over your bare lips or over any lip liner you want. These are very smooth, they're not sticky, and you can see what kind of shine you get. And when you first apply it, there is a definite cooling, tingling sensation, but it's not as bad or as burning as a lot of lip plumpers. I really don't like it when lip plumpers burn my lips in a bad way. And it lasts for a few minutes, but after a while it goes away. There are some lip plumpers where your lips just burn and burn and burn the entire time you have it on. I do not feel this on my lips anymore. It just feels like a regular gloss at this point. It just feels like I have regular lip products on, and my lip lines are smooth. It's very flattering and it wears a decent amount of time, which is really nice. So I have been really enjoying this. They have some nice colors to choose from. So I wanted to talk about this because I have not talked about it yet, but I've been reaching for it quite a bit. As of today, Amazon is the only place I've seen the new shades that CoverGirl released of their True Blend Skin Enhancer Blush Balm Sticks. This is Candied Strawberry that I put on in that Trying New Drugstore makeup video. So this is the middle kind of red shade right here. I love red for a nice flush of color. And I have this formula in several shades. So I had to pick it up in red because, you know, I love a good red blush. And just in case you want a whipped formula instead of a stick, everyone's been raving about the Maybelline Cloudtopia blushes. They have a lot of great colors, but I picked it up in red too so I could try them both out. And I really do love both formulas, so it just depends on what you want. But this is in the shade Divine Crimson, and this is it right here. So, you know, you have some choices for creams, but these were both really good. This is one of two hair tools I tried this month that has been kind of life-changing for me. The other one is not in this video because it's not available from Amazon, but it will be in an upcoming video, so stay tuned. I have very fine hair that is pretty uncooperative. I don't know, I just have a hard time dealing with it, and so I finally caved on the Volume Rudy. I got the 3/4 inch because that's supposedly the best option if you have fine or thin hair. So if you have issues keeping volume in your hair, this is supposed to help with that. You'll see this little checkerboard pattern on both sides. And that checkerboard pattern gives your hair a teased lift without teasing your hair. I have never been able to tease my hair because you can always see the teasing underneath the layers of my hair, but I can do this and it just gives my hair a slight lift so that it's not just always flat down on my head. Now, some people take it further down their hair than I do. I don't really like that look on me personally. I just crimp it about 3 times. So what you do is you flip your top layer up. You don't want to do it on your top layer because you want that layer to be smooth. So you work in layers and you just crimp it against your head and then do it how many ever times you want to, and then flip that layer, do it underneath again, and so on, however many layers you want to go. There are no rules here, but it lasts and it works. The temperature is adjustable. I use mine on 300. I'm still playing around with it, but I've been pretty consistent with 300 and it works well for me. I always spray a heat protectant first. I'll put the one that I use down below in my description box. I have been consistent with that one for a while. It has a swivel cord. The cord's really long too, which is important to a lot of us. It shuts off automatically. And one feature that I love, and I don't think I've heard anyone who's rave about this talk about it, is that you can close it and lock it. So if you're traveling with it, it stays closed. I love that. There's basically no learning curve and it's super fast to use. So now you're gonna know when I have flat hair. I clearly didn't use this for some reason, and when my hair is voluminous, this is how I got it. Speaking of hair tools, I had this on my own Christmas wish list, my very small wish list that I made, and I had it, I think, in my Amazon Black Friday video. If you were looking for Christmas gift ideas, I remember talking about it in some video because I thought it was such a cute idea for storing and traveling with hair tools or your Dyson Airwrap or your Shark Flex Style. For me personally, it was for my Shark Flex Style. I like the personalization. I think that's great for gift giving, but it's also cute for yourself. It's just a cute little touch, but I like the organization of it. The zippers are very smooth. I want to mention that first. You never know what you're going to get, and they are very, very smooth. So the top section has movable dividers that attach with Velcro. You can move them anywhere. You can place them any way you like them. I just have mine dividing the top section lengthwise. It's not very original, but it works for me. So I keep my Shark Flex Style attachments in this top section, and in the bottom section, I just flip it over and I keep the actual device there, the Shark Flex Style itself. Now, when you click through the link and you see how they have everything placed, it's all in there perfectly and Velcroed in. That's not how I have mine. I just stick my Flex Style in there and kind of fold the cord and zip it. I'm not going to place it in there perfectly every day, but it works for me and it closes easily. I'm showing you with one hand while I'm holding my phone with the other. I'm in and out of this thing multiple times a week. I love it, and so I had to share it here because I think it's cute and it's functional. Over Christmas, Brooke, my 20-year-old, had these fuzzy memory foam slippers here at home, and I slipped them on for whatever reason, and I was blown away by how comfortable they were while being lightweight. I just was completely blown away. Now, they don't all have chunky soles like hers do. They have options with thinner soles if you prefer that, but I couldn't stop raving about them, and I just kept wearing them, and she was like, I know, they are the perfect slipper. I'm actually trying to talk myself out of buying them because I just don't need more slippers. I have some, but if you do, or if you know of someone that does, these are fantastic. They are super soft. They have a wool-like faux fur lining, and they're just so lightweight. I had to share them. And on that same note, I bought my mom these knit clogs because they just kind of look like her for Christmas. And she sent me a picture one day of her wearing them, and she is loving them. They're really cute and they're different than anything that I had seen. So I wanted to share those with you really quickly because they're really cute and comfortable if you're looking for something like that for indoors or out. I'm going to touch on this half zip hoodie that I have on really quickly. I can't remember if I've talked about it before. I know I've worn it in a video, but this ends up on my body quite a bit because it is so warm, but it's not stifling. It's very, very soft on the inside. And I think they have options on the page that don't have the contrast piping if you don't like that. It says it's cropped, but I have a long torso and I do not find this to be cropped. It sits well below my waist. It's just not long. Now, I got it in a medium. I could definitely have gone with the small. It's on trend without being too trendy, and I just find myself reaching for it a lot. It's cozy, it's comfy, there's nothing not to like. Did you know that Downy has a fancy curated selection of laundry scent booster beads? Because I didn't. I just randomly stumbled across them on Amazon, so you know I had to try them out. They're supposedly developed by world-class perfumers, and they're supposed to be unlike any other scent you've ever experienced in laundry before. So I grabbed number 26, Rose, Honey, and Oak Moss. I was a little bit nervous about the rose. I didn't want my laundry smelling too floral. I'm not someone that uses fragrant things in their laundry all the time, but sometimes you just want that something extra. These are probably the best smelling laundry scent booster beads I've ever used. They do give my laundry a luxurious high-end scent. I didn't even know that was possible. There's not too much rose, which I was concerned about. It's like the three notes blend together really beautifully, so there's not too much of anything. It's just a light, slightly sweet, fragrant, luxurious experience, if that's a thing. But you didn't know these existed. They do, and they're really, really nice. This is my next life-changing, that might be dramatic, product in this video. Shortly before Christmas, I bought myself a breakfast sandwich maker, and it has been used multiple times a week ever since. And when Brooke came home for Christmas, she also used it. So there is a double option where you can make two at the same time. I just got the single because most times it's just me. So can you make a breakfast sandwich without this gadget? Yes. But does it taste so much better with it? Yes, it does. I don't know why, but it does. The reason why I ended up with this is because we stayed with some friends this summer on vacation, and they were making breakfast sandwiches with this breakfast sandwich maker, and the sandwiches just tasted amazing. I just couldn't stop thinking about it when I got home, so I ended up buying one for myself. I've always loved a breakfast sandwich, and this just makes it easier, and it always tastes good. It takes about 5 minutes. So I'll walk you through exactly what I do to get a perfect breakfast sandwich. You can use whatever ingredients you want. I'll just tell you what mine typically consists of. So you first want to preheat it. After the green light is on and it's preheated, I take the top of an English muffin and place it on the bottom. Then I place my meat, usually Canadian bacon. Then I place my cheese, which is usually cheddar, and I break it up to fill the space. Doesn't have to be neat. Then you close the middle section. That's where you're gonna crack your egg. So you crack your egg and break up the yolk with the eggshell, and then you place the bottom part of the English muffin. Then you're gonna close the lid and let it cook for 4.5 minutes. I've found 4.5 minutes is just the best. It just gives the best result. After 4.5 minutes, raise the lid, slide the little thing from under the egg. I don't know what the official name is. That's going to bring the whole breakfast sandwich together. And then I slide a knife underneath and flip it over so that the top, which was previously on the bottom, is now on the top. I let it cool for a couple of minutes and enjoy. It always fills me up. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's delicious. This might seem random, but I feel like I'm not the only person that might find this to be a handy item, so I'm sharing it anyway. So in our master bathroom, our toilet is separated from the rest of the room by a door. I feel like that's pretty common, but even if your toilet is separated from where you normally keep your toilet paper, you know, sometimes you just need an extra roll of toilet paper that you don't have near you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we would keep a pack of toilet paper just next to the toilet, or we would just keep a roll on the back of the tank, and it just always bothered me. I know that's silly, it's very particular, but you know, we all have our things. So I ended up getting or finding this wicker toilet basket with a lid. It just keeps things neater and a bit more hidden and tidy. It holds up to 6 rolls of toilet paper. They look kind of smushed, but that's just the way they came in the pack. And it comes in 4 different stains: black, gray, natural, and cream. I think we of course got natural. So if you have a similar situation where you want to keep your extra toilet paper near your toilet, but your cabinetry or storage area is elsewhere, it's a little bit further, this might be a solution for you. It's narrow, it fits, it looks a little bit better than just stray rolls of toilet paper or packs of toilet paper sitting in the toilet area. Random, but you know, it's a solution. I hope you enjoyed this random assortment of Amazon products. Have you found anything great lately? Let me know in the comments down below. You can see more things I love from Amazon here. I would love to have you here with me regularly. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.